From the trading floor of the NYMEX, I'm Jill Malandrino for the street. And Zook, it was a relatively quiet week for gold, even though we saw some fresh Indian demand, and obviously the Fed isn't doing anything with interest rate hikes soon. What are you thinking here?
Well, certainly since the big non-farm payroll at the beginning of the month, we got that downward pressure. We certainly have tested 1,200 now, and we are trying to get some support here. Next technical band of support should be between 1180 and 12, which we have held first time down. With the little dovishness out of the minutes from the Fed the other day, got us a pop back up to the resistance between 1220 and 12 and a quarter, which has basically put us back in a little trading range until the next political event happens. Certainly Greece is on everyone's mind. I don't think it's going to have a significant equity impact, but it certainly could impact the euro, and we could see either a flight to gold or people selling gold. So it would be interesting to see when that resolution comes next week of what exactly going to happen.
So now we're in the Chinese New Year, and gold, copper's been relatively quiet. Q2 is when it starts to see some more demand. Kind of wait and see here?
Certainly the consumers are on the sidelines. The first quarter usually less demand. They're not coming back till the end of next week, so I certainly wouldn't expect any sort of pickup in activity for at least another week or so. The numbers coming out of the United States have been, wishy-washy, especially for the housing market, but we have gotten up to the higher end of our recent trading range in the 260 to 264 region, and have backed off from that today down into the 57 to 58 range. More just technical driven trading against the equities, and we've been following the crude a little bit. So copper likes to be a follower sometimes when other big players are not doing anything, and that's basically what we're doing, drifting for the time being.
Okay, thanks very much. Let's switch gears and talk some energy. We saw another volatile week in crude as it continues to trade in a range. Let's recap what happened this week, because fundamentally nothing has really changed.
Fundamentally nothing has changed, but what's happening is as the new contracts roll towards the front, they're starting off at a higher level. So you're trading $50 plus. So what happens? We had a really violent move to the downside yesterday. The number came out and boom, we're right back up. The market is really saying, are we going to 40, 35, or are we going to 60? So we're trading it within a high range, trading in the low 50s.
Now, what about the cold weather? Because it's pretty extreme in the Northeast.
Well, today, with the cold weather, one of the biggest features is March, April heating oil. It's out really big. You have March heating oil out 800 points, while you only have April heating oil out about 170 points right now. So that's very typical off of the weather. And now as far as natural gas goes, that's up pretty big this morning with that weather. But I would suspect that if you don't get a bullish number out of natural gas next week, with the warm weather coming on Sunday, it should head back down again.
So finally, outside of what's happening with crude fundamentals, drawdowns on the products really the key outside of that?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's reacting off the numbers with the products more than anything else right now. And it seems like the products that are really reacting to the fundamentals right now.
Thanks very much, Peter. From the trading floor of the NYMEX, I'm Jill Malandrino for the street.